all began on a warm summer night in July some time ago. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you. Hi, I'm Heather Abenti, and I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about my personal story. I like to say that I got here accidentally on purpose. By this, I mean this isn't what I planned, working in communications, studying it at a graduate level, but I believe that God has brought me here on purpose to exactly where I'm supposed to be. I was finishing my accounting degree, working as a bank manager, and engaged to my now husband. Life seemed pretty good until I started getting sick. I was experiencing an illness that doctors could not explain. Misdiagnoses, medicines I didn't need, and doctor visits all made the condition worse. Finally, after the birth of our second daughter, I was diagnosed with SLE, lupus. The reality of this disease set in, and the relief from finally having a diagnosis was short-lived. My husband and I made the decision that I would do as much as I could for as long as I could, and I was not going to let this disease define my life. But in a way, it actually has. Because of my stubborn will and the grace of God, my life has been marked by my choice to live beyond this illness. I began working in marketing and communications during my time as a bank manager, creating in-store ad campaigns and writing training courses for bank marts. When my illness meant choosing between my work and my health, I thought I had to walk away from my growing interest in communications. But as I look back, I can see how God was orchestrating my life to be exactly where I needed to be. I began to be able to work in a consulting basis in communications projects, including graphics, web design, and some PR. This allowed me to work on my schedule, which was better for my illness and our growing family. After many years and life challenges and changes, including the birth of our third child, a once-in-a-lifetime experience came before our family when my husband, an elementary school teacher who was laid off, got the opportunity to move our family to Taiwan. We sat back and surrendered all our plans, all our hopes and desires for the future, and told God we would go wherever He sent us. 4 weeks later, we were on a plane with 9 suitcases and a guitar, moving our family of 5 to Junan, Taiwan. The time in Taiwan was spent as undercover missionaries. By day, my husband was an English as a second language teacher, and I homeschooled our 3 children. Evenings and weekends were devoted to planting groups and home churches and teaching churches how to handle volunteer recruitment and retention, particularly within the expatriate community, which is important because at the end of a summer, you never knew who you might have coming back. We were called back to the United States from Taiwan much sooner than we ever anticipated or really even wanted to, and part of our hearts will always be there. But having made that commitment to go wherever God sent us, we once again sold everything and packed up, this time with 12 suitcases and a guitar, because you have to bring back souvenirs from Taiwan. And we moved our family to Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Jacksonville has been one of the most trying experiences of my life. I had culture shock worse than ever in Taiwan. Having never been exposed to military or Southern culture, it took me a very long time to find my place. However, the opportunity to continue to work in consulting projects in PR, marketing, graphics, and web design allowed me to figure out what I was really good at. Through a series of positions with churches over the course of the last 15 years, I developed not only the graphics and PR side of communications, but also an understanding of how media and technology work together in a church setting. I am now serving as the media director for a church plant here in Jacksonville that is targeting what we like to call the nuns and duns. People who claim no religious affiliation and those that are done. They've just simply walked away from church and religion. I get the opportunity to help build the brand and DNA of this church through various communications projects while still doing freelance work on my timeline and schedule, which works with my illness and our family. This is not the path that I had selected for myself when I was 18. And by the way, who lets an 18-year-old kid make major life decisions for them? But I truly believe this is exactly where God has purposefully led me. I'm excited about opportunities before me and looking forward to what God has in store next for my family.